There we go.
Are those new underwear? That's nice.
No, they're old, but thanks for noticing. Once in a lifetime.
I love that.
This video and all content is made possible by our Patreon subscribers. For $3 a month, you can help keep the lights on here at From North to Wharf. Thank you for your ongoing support. And if you would like your own From North to Wharf merchandise, head to fromnorthtowharf.threadless.com.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. We forgot about your birthday, and then you threw up. Oh no.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am Mike.
And I'm the birthday boy. I'm JB. Hi, everybody.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Happy birthday, JB. It's been hard not saying it all day long, but
I know.
I knew I was going to do something for the intro, so I was like, just shut your mouth.
No, that was worth the wait. That was awesome.
Yeah. Hello, everybody in chat. We got tonight Marlena, the Bobbis. Hello. If you haven't seen already, we were on the Bobbis channel this past Sunday doing 20 questions. So if you haven't already, head to his channel, watch that. After live. Don't
After live, of course.
Yeah. He's already got enough followers. We need the numbers, baby. Yahoo, hello, Homer fan, hello, AJ, hello, Christine.
98 now, yes, pretty much, pretty close.
Hello. Hey, Chelseams, it's been a minute. Hello.
How's it going?
Christine, where's Abby? We checked in with Abby. She's doing well. She is gonna make her return when she's up to it, but I will let her say where she's been. But we have touched base with Abby, and she is alive and well. But yes, when she is ready to return, she will be back.
Her trial turn.
Chelsea's always good to see little face Chelsea's. Hello. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of North to Wharf. We have 2 new episodes that we're discussing tonight. That's right, 2, but there were 3 episodes. We've made an executive decision. As to what we will and will not be covering, and for the sake of our own sanity. On the plus side, let's see.
Yes.
Will this work now? Hold on. I got a new computer, everybody, so now I can do all this fancy stuff from my computer. Will that work? No, I didn't do anything. Shit. Okay.
No, mine didn't either. That's weird. Usually it does, but not this time.
Let's see. I think I can do it. Hold on.
There's no
reactions. No. Shit. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, wait. Never mind. Here we go.
AJ, we don't need to get into those kind of things.
What did AJ say? Just for everyone that weren't in the Bobbis Live, I was there. Except you weren't, buddy. Except you weren't, AJ. That's why you was watching and not living the life.
Agreed.
It's good to be here and see you all. Yeah, likewise. I think last time we chatted, you said you had started a new job or your new hours. So that's why you weren't able to come hang out with us. That or you hated us. I don't know.
Hey,
RVA. Shout out to RVA who checks out my Twitch stream once in a while. So
nice.
Yeah.
I like that you always put "watch me be bad."
I'm not good. I'm not good.
Really?
I mean, it's hard to be bad at the game, but like I get too scared because I have my headphones on. It's like the 3D
Immersive.
mapping for the sound, and it gets pretty spooky wooky. So,
300th episode, Homer fan. If I had to take a guess, it'd probably be Lauren and Nora Smith.
We want you to find out who will be the writer of 300. Oh man, yeah, 300. I definitely say that'd be a Lauren episode.
Lauren and Nora, probably.
Pretty cool. Happy birthday, JB. Yes. Okay, Mike, you were slightly more. Hey, a win's a win, buddy. We didn't win, actually. Bobbis won. Spoilers, but
yeah,
just working late every day.
You gotta see how it worked. One of our hints definitely sunk us. We were too nice. We were too generous with the hints.
Yeah. And then Bobbis was telling us that his first go around, perhaps he was too easy on his first guess, so he stepped it up for us, and I didn't appreciate that one bit.
Yeah, we only do that to bento people for trivia.
Yeah,
we learned we should not do that either.
Just working late every day. I hear that. Work is sometimes you gotta do it.
Thank you guys. It's been an eventful 39th birthday.
Considering Lauren started talking about the episode. He also talked about it during Comic-Con.
He did.
That's when we first got word that the 300th episode would be about the first day of the restaurant.
Yep.
Beyond that, I don't believe we got any more information.
But we had some. I think there was one episode where we went over ideas what we thought the episode could be like story-wise, based off of just what he gave us. I'm sure as we get closer, we'll probably do one, especially if there's stills that come out. We'll definitely.
Just given what we know and what we've seen in the past, my guess is it's going to be similar to the radio episode, where it tells a story around.
I think it's going to be a lot of that. I think him and Linda will probably tell a story about it, and then I guess we'll know if Teddy was around that point or not.
Yeah.
We might even see a younger Jimmy Pesto, and who knows, there might be even a Mrs. Pesto sighting. Probably, I would assume, from the back of the head.
Like a ginger?
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, maybe at the end of the episode, like...
Probably younger Gail, too. Probably we'll see a lot of the characters that are the Belcher family extended out. Like, maybe a younger fish or two just going by the window. Like, we've talked about stuff that probably would happen. But, like, a lot of Easter eggs, probably.
I know personally, I don't want a flashback episode where like we saw in presence. I want an old episode. Like I want the actual episode to like be an old episode.
I know we've talked that we would really love to see the intro just be Bob and Linda. Linda being pregnant in the front, and just like the just with an old timey grain. Even if the aspect ratio was different to show how different time wise it was, I think that'd be cool. And it just says grand opening, no reopening, just grand opening. Yeah.
Also MIA on socials. I wish I could do that. I'm just too addicted to it.
Would it be an hour special? If they could get away with it, I'd watch it. I don't think it will be.
No,
that's like a mini movie.
Even their two-parters, they've broken them up into two parts. Like, they've never done an hour-long episode.
It's always been like 45 minutes at max. I think it's like 22 minutes and 30-something seconds is an episode.
Yeah, but like even like the Some Like It Bot, that was broken up into two. The Bleakening broken up into two. The Warfening broken up into two. So it's never been one giant episode. Yeah. Although
exactly, Bobbis, that aspect ratio would be very cool.
Although if some intrepid editor, Bobbis, looking at you, maybe can string all those two-parters together into one giant episode, maybe a fan edit.
Would you put an intermission or just go right into it?
Seeing as they're only 22 minutes, no.
Yeah, I agree.
No intermission.
Not needed.
Yeah, no intermission. But we should be seeing that probably closer towards the beginning of next season.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little off topic. I had a fun little mail day today.
You sure did. I saw that.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new ones. I have one more. I have 4 more inbound.
Is that the Midtown one?
Yeah, this is the Midtown one.
Mm-hmm.
That I got this for like $10. So that's
You don't
dope.
see that too often.
No, this one I've only ever seen once.
Yeah, I
so I
haven't
was
seen
really
that
lucky
one
to.
online usually.
I was really lucky to snag that one. For like all of these, I got under $10. Like each issue is under $10.
That's fancy.
And then, like I said, I got 4 more inbound. So
Nice.
all that to say, we're starting a comic book series over on the YouTube channel, and where we unbox, review, and show off the comics. But that's going to be a huge undertaking, so we'll see.
Yeah, and depending how that goes, I know you were talking about doing the paperback ones and all the free comic books and that. I can always do the Scholastics that I have, the Dynamite packs, if we want to do those.
I'm very invested in my comic book lore. Hey, that's the thing. And if you were here for the live stream that I did over on Instagram, where I was just hanging out, like this particular issue has like, I think it was like 16 different covers for one issue. The innards are all the same. It's just a stupid freaking covers, and they're idiots for doing that. One such thing is a new chair that came after our stream. I said it's so. Oh, you got a new chair, dope.
New chairs are important.
Yeah. I need to build up anything. JB's got that dope little background there. I got it. Actually, let me see. Can I do this? Will this work? Shit.
Look at that.
Shit. This is what happens. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I took portrait off. Okay, bet. Yeah. This is what happens when you get a computer that's fairly modern. But we're not going to do that because that's just.
Yeah, Homer. I would expect Bernard and Simon are probably going to be in charge of it. But I would also be curious who helps them. It's the 300th episode, so I could see a lot of old hands on deck coming in and stuff like that. People who've been there from the beginning, maybe offering their jokes and stuff. It may be a decent process of animators, writers, and board artists working on 300.
I would say the story, much like Amelia, is gonna be an all Lauren thing.
Yeah,
I mean he's not gonna direct because that's not his thing. So I believe that's gonna be.
There'll be a Bernard Simon.
Yeah, Bernard, Nora, and Lauren are gonna take the reins on this one. 16 covers, and that's just for issue 1, Christine. There's 26 issues, all ranging from like 4 to 16 covers, and
that's why I didn't get into that game. I got into the Dynamite paperback covers.
Yeah, you got the trade paperback one, which is smarter.
But even then, each one has 3 variant covers. So I thought I only needed to get 6 of these things. I ended up having to get 18 of these things.
18. Oh, I wish.
Some of them are only Scholastic book sale editions, which are harder to find. But nowhere near as bad as some of these ones that he's got.
No, it is a giant pain in my. And you know what's hilarious is I have about 50, close to 50. I have yet to read a single issue. I haven't read any of the issues.
I started reading some of them. They're good. The stories.
Oh, yeah. And it's dope because the artwork and stories is something that they would never do in the show. So it's really cool that they're kind of let loose and given the reins on that.
Also, AJ, if you think my room's great, you got to see Zen Master Flash's room. He's got an entire room of just Bob's and like comics and nerd stuff.
Yeah, and I think
he's run out of room, actually. Like, I know I only have this much space. He has lots of space.
See, and that's where we, like, because he collects everything Bob's. I have to be very discerning as to what I can and
I've
can't
started to
have.
be more specific too, because
Yeah.
I just don't have enough room. So like even the Funkos are on the shelf below because I can't put them up top. There's not enough room.
Yeah,
And
and
like certain art, like all the posters that we have, I can't hang them up. There's no room for them.
I have nowhere to put them. The movie posters are all rolled up there. The
Yeah,
Buzz
I have them all
live
in
poster.
tubes. All of the I did get the live one framed. I'll bring that up here because that'll fit perfectly right there by the door. So it'll go right over that. But all my Coochie Copies, all that kind of stuff are just in their boxes on the shelf because there's nowhere to put them.
Did you end up getting a giant one?
The big one?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
not yet. I couldn't find one that wasn't ridiculous.
I'll have to, next time I'm on my way to Orlando, I'll stop by Gainesville and see if Second and Charles still has them.
Second and Charles seems to be where everyone gets those things.
Yeah, I assume Adam
My
has
fan
one
cave
of those,
is
though.
ridiculous. There he is, the man himself. He could have an entire series of him just looking at like one little space of his room. It's incredible.
There's another person on Twitter that occasionally tweets at us in Toddland.
I've seen his stuff.
That person has an impressive.
He does have an impressive. Well, he has a lot of rare things.
He has one of the. I noticed he doesn't have the Toddland Coochie Copy figure though.
No, he does not.
Or they don't, or whoever this person is, but they do have the Look at Me Now or This Is Me Now.
They do.
Kid Robot Gene, which very, very jealous of. That's literally the only giant Kid Robot figure I don't have at this point.
He also has all the bobbleheads, which the only set I've ever seen was one set online that was for sale. That was like $600. I was like, I can't do that. I've seen them on eBay, but they're like separate and they're like $150 a piece.
Oh, I've seen them on auctions starting off at like $25. I mean, by the time they sell, they get up to like $50-$60.
That's not terrible, honestly. The only set I've ever seen complete was at Bento.
Yeah.
Set. Usually the sets I've seen, they're pretty dinged up and like they're chipped. They don't look that great. Where the Bento ones look amazing because I'm sure no one touched them.
I mean, I dig the set and I'd like to have it, but it's also something only if I can get it at a decent price. I'm not going to bend over backwards to get it because I really don't care for it all that much. But like the X-ray figures, or
they're cool.
Those. Yeah, you got just the regular version.
The regular. I don't have tails. I didn't find the tails one yet. That was reasonable. I still need to get the Kid Robot figures, just the basic ones, not even the variants.
I couldn't even start that process. There's so many, and like the Coochie Copies go for like so much.
Oh no, I meant just the This Is Me Now. Beef Squatch. And Tina, and I know there's Bad Tina and
there's
Batter Tina.
Bad Tina, Batter Tina, Beef Squatch, the Look at Me or This Is Me Now variant on that. You have Bob Cephalus. Along with the Comic-Con variant of that one.
Yeah, with the makeup.
With the face paint.
I do have the Girl with the Dragon tattoo.
I
have both of those. They're tiny though.
I know, that's why I didn't get them, because
I have the gold one and then I have the regular one because I found them for $10. I was like, I'll just get them.
Yeah, if they were regular size, I'd have scooped those up real quick, but I do.
Oh, the floating shelf in the corner. Yeah, that one over there. That's got the one figure of the U2s I could find of it. It's just Gene. Gene's the easiest one to get. And then I have my Wheelie, my Brunch Squatch, the Creepy Santa, and then my one box of Chef Cat.
Only need the roller skate guy. See, Adam, if I was in your position and I only needed one figure and I could find it, price would not be a deterrent for me. If it was $100, I'd spend $100 on it, just because if that This Is Me Now variant comes up and it's like $200, I may pull the trigger. Just because I need it to complete the collection. I don't know.
That's why I never got into those. I was like, I can't do those.
Oh, the tiny ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too late to the game. Like the comics, I was too late to the game.
if I find a blind box, I'll buy them, but I'm not going out of my way to complete that particular set. They're so hard to display. It's just it's a lot. And
Like I'm glad that I have like the Kid Robot pins. I have a whole set of those, so I'm glad I've got all those. And I found a nice shadow box that holds them all, so that worked out.
That's another losing battle is pins.
Yeah,
there's just too many, so I only collect the ones that I really would want.
Yeah, I've picked certain ones from Todd that I particularly like, certain series that I'll get, like the pest controls. I've got those since the beginning.
So luckily we're not too far behind on those.
Yeah, but there's certain ones that are like con exclusive ones. I'm like, I can't find them. They're like impossible. So,
yeah, and in fact, I'm completing the Kuchikopi collection, and I need the San Diego Comic-Con one and the New York Comic-Con one, which is essentially the same ones. Just with
that's the one that I grabbed.
Slight variant in the box. One says New York.
Yeah, one just says the little apple sticker for New York, and this one's from Comic-Con.
Yeah, that one has a San Diego one. The other one says NY on it.
And NY with the apple.
Yeah. So I got to get each of those, and then
just a sticker.
And then the Kid Robot Kuchikopi and the Toddland Kid Robot Kuchikopi. But yeah, that's speaking of merchandise, Toddland
just jump into it.
Yeah, as of this afternoon has released their WonderCon 2025 collection. It's now up for pre-order on their website. Orders should ship starting the week of April 7th. But of course, as with anything in this world, sometimes things get delayed or whatever the case may be. So if you order it, just be patient. You will get your stuff. And there's a lot of dope things. In fact, one of those designs was created by our very own birthday boy here, JB. I remember you drew that up. At this point, it's got to be like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And they were trying to figure out what to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, we made it into a sticker just for canning out at the meetup.
Comic-Con.
And we're like, well, that's something. We can just do that. And yeah, it ended up getting worked out, and that's awesome because I can't wait to just see it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So wait, you guys said you're only covering 2 episodes? Yes. And we'll explain why. It's we're taking our mental health into account here. But yeah, Toddland stuff is up on toddland.com right now. In fact, next week, tentatively scheduled, Todd will be on here to discuss with us the new drops, potentially tease Pride or maybe San Diego Comic-Con, show off some new things, some secret things maybe.
He was going to come on tonight for Todd's Corner, but with WonderCon coming up, and he's like, I really just want to show you guys all the new pins and things live. So he's like, I'd rather just like do that afterwards. He's like, he wants to surprise the WonderCon people with seeing it in person first. So we'll get it literally the day after. So that's fine. But yeah, I'm sure he'll show Linda moving, and he'll show like the Bob one swinging. He'll show like the layers of the pins, and he'll answer questions if he can answer them. Remember, we're not trying to get anyone in trouble. So,
and I know last time he was on, he showed off a couple of secret things. So that'll be fun, and releasing information like on the hoodie. You talked about that last time, so be real fun. If you ever have caught a live with Todd on, he's really fun, and this will be no exception. Which design was JB's? The house,
the blueprint,
the blueprint,
the restaurant.
House. Yeah. I'm glad that American Dad
fun too. With the original was the movie, because it was the basement and the bricks, and then Cotton Candy Dan buried in the bottom.
I'm glad that American Dad is moving from TBS back to Fox. I like the move, but I'm confused about it.
Yeah.
If we thought everything was a bit crowded now with 7 shows, wait till they add an 8th. So, unless that allows them to do a 4 and 4 in the summer and in the fall.
Yeah, if they split the seasons.
Which I doubt they'll do because they can't seem to figure out what they want to do. All right, AJ, take care, bud. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. Thanks again for
Um,
stopping, AJ.
RVA pre-ordered that shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You have to send us a message with you wearing it. 'Cause it's always fun.
Yes, that's the one that I worked on. I did it with the first glance was the movie, and then it just became just the top after that.
Yeah, it was much more detailed. It actually had like all like the handwritten notes, like a designer or an engineer would have. It was really, really cool. But to make it a shirt would be a little too busy, so I know I understand why. But if you were to blow that up to like a poster, that'd be really dope. I know Grimsburg's not going anywhere after last night. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be getting a basketball team episode. Nah. You probably won't be on. It might be a test to have 2 anodom. I hate to stop it. Who knows?
Like that Wednesday night thing they were doing with Family Guy,
which last I heard hasn't even worked. I don't know. I have no idea. That's so cool. It is cool. Yeah, Aaron and JB's cool. Essentially your coworker now.
No,
Good.
No, that'd be cool, but that's not it yet.
But this now means that JB, well, he had a design for the Great North last year.
Yeah, I think all 3. I did all 3 of them last year.
That means From North to Wharf has now contributed to about 7 Bob's Burger shirts for Todd Land at this point. I got
some capacity.
2 Prides. You got 3 Great Norths and a Bob's. So 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 7. Pretty cool.
Lucky number 7.
And I think I won't mention that just yet. That's not for me to mention yet. It's probably won't
shut
be.
Your mouth.
Yeah, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Whoa, what design? Oh, well, which design did you do?
Last year I did Moon on the Yeti. That one was fun. Then we did Ham dressed up as Little Shop of Horrors. And then I did what was the other one I did?
You didn't do the boat one, did you?
I did not get to do the boat one. Okay. No. He had a specific idea he wanted to do with that one. And then I did Ham, Moon. Oh, and I did Little Mr. Ketchikan with Moon.
Oh, yes.
In the sausage suit. That was a lot of fun, but a lot of detail, too.
It was really good to kind of see how the sausage is made, too.
It's a process. Yeah. And I got to give a lot of credit to Stacy for really going over, like, the red marks really do help when you're like, oh, I think I'm doing great. And then you get it back. But she's, like, honestly, the best teacher. If she was my art school teacher, I probably would have stayed.
Yeah.
Because it was very kind. Like, this is what you just need to do. Just focus on this shape. Focus on this. Like, remember how they're looking and how the lighting would work. So it was just a lot of technical things, but it was, like, well put. So it was easy redirection compared to, like, this is wrong, redo. And it's like, well, what's wrong about it? The whole thing.
Did you even watch the show?
Yeah, she's like, your line work looks fine. She's like, that's great. She's like, you just need you to touch this up. And she's like, you're fine. And then when she was nice enough to be like, Bernard one time only gave her like 1 red line on, I think it was the last design she did last year. And she's like, that was my crowning achievement. Where he literally just said, like, just move that smile just a centimeter over. He's like, oh, that's great. She's like, he's never just said that. That's great. He's like, that's everything. So I guess it's like the Paul Hollywood handshake.
Yeah, and all I had to do was come up with a punny title. So,
but they're good.
Not as hard.
No, like yours are good though.
I dig them. Yeah,
really good ones.
The I'm cumin out and the don't be a drag, just be a bean. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm proud of them.
And then I want to break Brie, I think was Adams.
Adams had last year's. So yeah, it's really cool.
I've yet to nail down that Pride one.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you got the 4 other shirts with actual designs.
But no, we're close. So
yeah. But yeah, Todd hopefully on next week to discuss all that fun stuff and maybe drop some new knowledge on us. Yeah, Bob's, you are right. Not until May for Bob's. We're not
Mhm.
sure when in May.
No.
But May is the timeline that we were all given.
Mhm.
Um,
And that came from Scott Jacobson, so I would trust him.
yeah, he is a writer on the show, so we're
He's
gonna
been
trust
there
him.
for a long time.
He's been there for
Probably
a
the
minute.
beginning, I believe. So he's been there. He knows.
Oh, Aaron, I gotta shoot you a message. I was gonna do it on Instagram, but you rarely check it, so we'll figure out some way to get a hold of you.
Wow. Ouch. Aaron's a busy man.
I
does
know he is.
weekend-
No, I sent him a message on Instagram once, and it has yet to be read, and that was like months ago. I was like, I know he's busy.
He does all his cool doodles. He has things.
I know. I'm just saying.
You'd be nice to him.
He's a lovely man. I'm just saying. Maybe it's in the requests and he hasn't seen it. He's too cool for school.
He's put us
I
in
get
French purgatory. I understand.
Yeah. New episodes though. We got 2 episodes that we are covering. Should we discuss why 2?
Yeah, Aaron, you give it to him.
Oh, okay, Aaron. Let me go check my notes here. Should we discuss why 2?
I could do it real quick if you want to check your receipts.
Yeah, let me check my receipts here.
So yeah, we're going to be covering 2 shows tonight. Me and Mike, we're just kind of talking between doing extra content for YouTube, getting more interviews planned out with people from Bob's in the Great North. We really just want to focus on those kind of things. And each week we were watching Krapopolis, the Great North, Grimsburg, and when Bob's comes back, it'll be Bob's as well. And we just kind of came to the conclusion that we think we're just going to watch Krapopolis, Bob's Burgers, and the Great North. Grimsburg for us, we've given it 2 seasons. And there are some enjoyable moments and things like that. It's just not, as Mike says it each week, it's not for him. And I feel bad making him watch something that's just not really for him right now. and I will say it for me as well. It's
okay.
There are some moments where I'm just like, what are we doing? I think that the car episode in particular, I'm just like, what are we doing? And I just really would love for it to be more of what we've talked about in the past, and it's not getting there. So I just don't know if it's going to be for us. Plus, if we want to do more panel type things too for other shows, we just need to have more time to prepare interview questions, do our like comic series, the unboxing series, like all the things we want to do. And I think it's just got to go. It's just got to give. One thing's got to go.
Yeah, and I can only say it's not for me so many different ways. I'll still check out the show, and if we feel like, oh, it's on an upswing and we want to check it out, then we'll go back to chatting about it.
Mm-hmm.
JB, real quick, April 25th at 9:17 in the morning, April 25th of last year. We're coming up on a year. I sent our good friend Aaron a message. It is still listed as sent. I don't can we see that there, everybody? Still listed as sent. Aaron, you've been put on notice.
Go ahead, RVA. It's okay, but it's a good one, so you'll enjoy it.
It's a dope episode. Shame on you, Aaron. For shame.
I always believed in you.
The phone don't lie. I kid, of course.
The algorithm might, though.
Maybe he blocked me. Maybe that's what it is. But yes, 2 episodes. Krapopolis and Grimsburg. Jesus Christ. The Great North. Let's start with Krapopolis, shall we?
Let's do it. So this episode, the weather stick. Schlub has a little trick up his sleeve to help Ty stay cool in the heat because we're during the dry season and there's not enough rain or water. Deliria's temple becomes home to sweaty soldiers and worshippers seeking shelter from the heat and love. I almost feel like that wasn't even really part of the plot, but we can get to that.
No, it was a B plot that was there in theory.
Agreed.
And it feels like it felt like the seltzer of B plots. Like,
yeah, it was a whisper.
Yeah.
Like watermelon lime. A whisper, if you will.
It says there's flavor, but I mean,
Like,
there's as
it
much B plot as
probably-
the flavor is.
Probably said lime and watermelon at the end of the street, and it made its way up there and got captured in this can that's sitting in front of me.
The essence of the idea is
Yeah.
there.
Yes, the thought is in it.
Aaron says he can't find the message. Oh, I get so many messages, Mr. Popular now. Too good.
I wonder, Aaron, are you looking at it from North to Wharf? It's probably on his own Instagram page.
Oh, yeah, it's on my personal.
That might be why.
Yeah.
You have every right to screen our personals.
If you don't follow each other, it might be in your mess. Oh yeah, it might be in your message request because I don't think you follow me, but I follow you because I'm a big fan. So just saying. Huge fan of
Literally
your
just
work.
taking a page out of Aunt Dirt's.
I love you, bud. I love your work.
Redirect.
I love your work. Huge fan.
misdirection.
I follow you. No big deal. Yeah, that's probably all that is. No big deal.
Look at Chelsea sorting it out.
Being the mom of it all. Don't.
Yeah, they're just good with the tech, not like us old people. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, like I said last week and the weeks before that, Krapopolis grows on me more every week. This episode is no exception. I really enjoyed the episode, which is weird because it's a King Tyrannus centric episode, and I'm
really
not the
was.
biggest fan of his. Dude, is Aaron is sub to me? He has to be following you guys. Well, following North to Wharf, but following good old it's me, Mike H. Probably not.
No one
Nobody
does.
does.
No one follows
Actually,
ours.
I
It's
look
okay.
at well, you never
nobody.
post. You never.
I don't. I did today for the first time in 2 years.
No,
so-
Aaron. In fact, I'm gonna send you another one saying, "Hey, remember me?" But
My name's Mike.
I'm watching you. Really enjoyed the episode, even if it was a King Tyrannus centric episode.
I actually think he was
He
balanced.
was.
We've talked about he's kind of like a Gale and like other characters from Bob's, where if they're not tethered to
Mhm.
something, they have a hard time not staying in control. And Ty really kept it together with
Mhm.
this one. He didn't even need like Stoop or like Hippo to do anything. Him and Schlub actually made this
Mhm.
work. And I would honestly say 80% of the screen time was Ty. And it worked
It was,
fine.
and once he got the stick, he really didn't do anything except like grant people's wishes, and he wasn't like a.
No, I think they let the plot do the work.
Yes.
And they let the citizens of Krapopolis make the jokes and
Mhm.
set them up, and all Ty had to do was literally just
Just
fill it in. And it worked
Mhm.
perfect. It was like well executed. Like we didn't need Deliria. Literally, like it was just Ty and some schlub. And that was it. And it worked really well. So I have to hand it to the writers for this one. They really nailed it. And that was Dan Harmon, Dash Turner, and Zach Oyama who did
Zach
this one.
Oyama?
Did a good job with it.
From
Mhm.
Dropout in College Humor. Oh, I didn't know he was on Krapopolis. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and directors were Sue Peroto and Pete Mickles on this one. It's good. This was a solid episode. I had a good time with it.
Oh, Aaron. Oh, he just saw it. Okay, he just saw it. Yes, no, I know, Aaron. You're a patron. I get it. I'm just saying. Oh, now he's writing back. Okay.
He should just literally put
New
new phone
phone,
in
yeah.
this.
Unfollow.
Your question will just have to wait.
Really enjoyed it. The end, they kind of pulled the ending from like a throwaway line earlier in the episode.
They've done it the last three, and it's been good each one. They've slowly, like, I think they've built off of like the creepy guy, which we kind of bring up. Like, we hope he comes back, and maybe he will. But this one also played really well.
Yeah.
I was fine with the tickle trolls.
I was fine that it wasn't a plot. I like that it was
No,
just
it
like
didn't
a
need-
stinger at the end of the episode. So yeah, I don't know. Krapopolis has really hit its stride for me. I think it's figured out, or maybe I just took a while to come around on it, but it's figured out what it is and its humor. and I've figured out its humor as well. So I'm on board for Krapopolis at this point.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it's now there. I think if you give it a chance, and I think like Bob is they're saying, like, I like to binge it in one season. I think some people do like to just binge it all
Yeah.
at once. But it is a show that has definitely, I think, hit its stride. The bits work. The jokes are now hitting better. I think they're learning how to use each character with each other or without. And I think they've kind of learned how to make it work.
Marlena, I saw you. Yeah, you follow us both. I follow you, and I think I put a request in to follow Cloudy. I don't know if he's accepted that. Maybe he's too cool for me too. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going to start being more active on my other page more. So if I haven't followed you back, I'll start doing that now. Yeah, I liked it from season. There was a couple episodes in season 1 that I really was like, okay, this could be really good. Season 2, I think, picked up quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we said like the Thai apocalypse episode, Krapopolis episode really was like one that we're like, okay, this is an amazingly well written episode. And I think from that point on, they've really just kept going. Yeah. It has
it's now a show that I look forward to, and not because we covered on North to Wharf, but be like, I could actually sit down and enjoy this. And I don't know if I could say that in season 1 though.
Yeah, I did love the tickle troll bit though. Just like how the one guy's like, I knew this day would come, and like finally at the end when they're all disappeared except the 3 was like, you didn't say this was gonna happen, and now
it never came up.
He's like, it just didn't come up. It's like, what do you mean it didn't come up?
Did I slur my words there? Yeah, I followed Toasty, or I put a request in. I like Krapopolis. I like the episodes better the second time around watching it. Exactly, Chelsea's.
The jokes grow on you more. It takes like you. A lot of the times too, the background characters make great jokes. You just don't hear them because they're over so quickly.
It's a lot of not.
It's kind of dry.
Yeah, it's subtle.
Humor.
Yeah. And that's mainly because of Richard. What's his face?
Richard Ayoade. I think even like Matt Berry, it's like that's the way he says things, not really sometimes what he says. That's funny. And Deliria making her comments, like they're great. Like they all do great things. It's really just like sometimes you just don't catch.
I just love Hannah Waddingham. So.
Really, just Hippo's been growing on me a lot. Just the dementedness and just he's a fun.
Yeah, at first I didn't like him at all, and same with Stupendous.
The two of them together are great.
Called him Cloudy. Oh, did I? Wait, who was Cloudy? Oh, Devil Horns.
With Devil Horns and Sam.
Yeah, because I was chatting with Cloudy.
We sent them a message.
I was chatting with Cloudy about how to do something on OBS. Oh my lord, yes.
His mind, guys.
Once you're on the verge of 40, things kind of just go away. Like my train of thought. Krapopolis, good. Crap good. Do you have next week's episode pulled up there so we know what we're in store for?
Let me see if I can get that for us.
If not, no harm, no foul.
I do. It's called Number Twos. Ty tries not to judge a book by its cover when he and Stoop look to hire assistants for each other. Hippo tries to have a romantic getaway with Daphne and his parents. So he's taking Schlub and Deliria with him and his girlfriend. I think she's the wood nymph, I believe, who lives in the forest. We've seen them a couple times together, so they're not supposed to work, but they work in his head.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. All right. The Great North.
Yeah, this episode was, I mean, this whole season is its own thing. It's so
Great
good,
North for me is on par with Bob's at this point.
Yeah, it is. It's there. And in some cases, we've even said, like, it won this week. We've had moments where each of us have been like, it won best episode this week. So I think The Great North, this whole season, and I'd say pretty much for me, I've liked it since the beginning, but I think with writing and just jokes and all of it, since if you're going to jump into it, 4 was probably your time to jump in. I think even if you started at 3, you're going to get a good amount of episodes, but they're all good. I binge this shit nightly now because I've watched Bob so much that it's like I need something different to binge. So I've moved to the.
I don't even know if the show is peaked yet, but it is hitting, like, it's getting there. Not to say it's going to go downhill, but I mean it's getting to where, like, I think right now we're in the time where we'll look back and say this is when the Great North was at its best.
Oh, like the seasons for Bob.
Yeah.
When people debate it. Yeah. I would agree. Like, this season has not missed a beat. I've enjoyed every episode, and I look forward to them. Like, I look at the stills, I get excited about it. I'm like, this is gonna be fun, and like I look forward to rewatching it over and over and over again. And it's gotten to the point now that Hulu has had to, like, literally had to search the Great North multiple times to reload it on Hulu. Because I already go through the season and it just starts with a new show. And I'm like, no, go back. I've done it with Bob's many times, but this one is really, it started out to do that as well.
No, I get that, Bob. It was that's the thing. Like, when you say, like, I didn't like this episode nearly as much as, like, I like this episode, that's like saying this episode was a 10, this episode was a 9.8. Like, they're both amazing episodes. It's just like, one was like, oh, yeah, she called a bargain basement brawny man.
The Dirt had some amazing zingers.
When she called that one guy a bitch, he's like, yeah, I ate all the white guys. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but all right. And just so it doesn't get lost, we'll come back to it. But Christine, yes, I do watch the Righteous Gemstones.
I want to start.
It's fantastic.
I see the memes all the time.
It's
like
such
Billy
a
Ray
good show.
Or, Little Billy.
I won't spoil anything, but I'll say the first 5 minutes of episode 1 is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen on TV ever. Hilarious.
I just always see the meme with the one actor doing his Little Billy thing and they always show it with, like, Verner's ginger. I was like, why do you do it, Little Billy? Why do you do it? He's like, because I love it so much. And I'm like, I went to Catholic school, so for me, I cannot wait to start it. Because I know it's going to be like, I knew it.
I will say this, a lot more penises in the show than you think there'd be.
Renaissance people love to show dicks. Just paintings love to do that stuff too.
A lot of penises. And not even in, like, a scenario where you're like, okay, we need to see one. It's just there. I'm like, all right, go you, HBO. Go you.
We're doing it. Game of Thrones is gone. Now it's our turn.
I always wonder if Bronny was in their universe. There's a lot. SpongeBob is in their universe.
Oh, just this episode alone, the amount of things they dropped. Just like saying it in lines, that's now canon in the show. Bronny, Fortnite got dropped. There's a couple things that got put in there. So lots of peanut.
Walter Goggins is he's one of my favorites. I love him so much. Christine, I assume you're caught up and you saw the last episode. So you know what I'm talking about. I
love that your computer didn't want you to say dicks and said ducks. But then you corrected.
Oh, Christine. I thought you meant mine. I was like, is my computer censoring me? I won't allow that.
No.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. Yeah, I love him. But yeah, the Great North, essentially Ant Dirt is coaching. If you got it.
I got it. Can't hardly debate adventure. This is directed by Damel. He's been on our show before for an interview. He's super nice. We also have for writers Lizzie and Wendy wrote this one. So the synopsis for this episode is Principal Gibbons catches Ant Dirt posing as a cafeteria worker to woo another lunch lady and offers her a job if she agrees to coach the debate team. And Wolf endeavors to impress Beef and get a wow.
Whoa.
A whoa. Sorry.
Whoa. I enjoyed the episode.
A fine B-plot. It worked fine.
I hated that they turned the kids into a bunch of Karens.
I did feel that literally when Ant Dirt wrote those 3 things on the board, I was like, yep, this feels pretty much what I see every day now.
I hate it so much. It was essentially what we see in real life. Like no care for the facts. Just
Deny.
deny, argue until the other person gives in. I was like, no. I could take it
Literally,
from
I
the
tried to
Great North.
screenshot that to send it to you, and I forgot that the Hulu thing blocks it on
Yeah, you got to do it
but
on
I
your
was like,
computer.
I'll do it on my computer, but I was like, no, she knows the playbook.
Yeah, it's not getting political, but this is exactly what we see every day. And I was like, oh no, I hate this. But great episode. Love the episode. Let's see. I'm currently eyeing May 18th release for both the season finale and fourth season. Oh, maybe.
Maybe. I know we're getting close with Krapopolis.
Yeah, they've been chugging along. It's weird because we see all the others.
Next Sunday they'll be on 16, so for episodes, so they should be getting close.
Yeah, because we see all the other shows go on breaks or whatever, and Krapopolis has been silently like week after week after week after week. They've been there. Universal Basic Guys, they kind of ended, and we were surprised that it ended so quickly. They only got like 12 episodes.
Yeah, and then they're supposed to be back in the fall at some
They'll
point.
be back in the fall.
It's all scheduling.
So yeah, next season will be interesting for everybody because with the return of American Dad, which I think isn't going to happen until 26, because I think they're going to run season 19 on TBS, and then season 20 will kick off.
Yeah, it's 20 and beyond is on Fox.
20 and beyond, yeah. I really hope for.
Is this when Fox tries to go get Futurama again? When does King of the Hill even come?
I haven't heard anything. It's supposed to be this year, but I haven't.
I don't know if it's on Fox. I think it's on streaming only.
Yeah, I think it's streaming only. I think it's a Hulu thing. Much like Futurama was.
It's weird.
I
feel like that would crush, but
I don't know if it would though. It would crush with the people who like the original King of the Hill.
That's true. King of the Hill was like, I know we've talked to like Paul about this too, Scarlato. Just like when it was on, and when you watched it, like, and Joel even said it too, like it was the show people watched. Like it had its time, and maybe its time is not now. Maybe Hank is not. I mean, with the fans, it'll always hit, but I think maybe just prime time it's not Hank's time right now.
I have watched King of the Hill recently, and some of like the storylines or some of the humor like wouldn't pass muster on like a network show nowadays. So I can see why it's going to streaming. Like there was like a lot of like Hank being afraid that Bobby's gay, or a lot of racial stuff from like Cotton.
Oh yeah, I remember those episodes.
Yeah, so it was very much a product of its time. I still think it'll be a great show, but I'm curious as to how the humor will change and still keep that Texas feel to it. Although I got to figure with Bobby growing up, probably being a little more liberal minded, that maybe that's going to rub off on his dad a bit. So we'll see. We'll see. But if I had to guess, I think we're going to get they're going to have a presence at Comic-Con, and we'll get more information then.
I wouldn't actually be surprised if there's not a panel and that there isn't just some sort of booth like the Beavis and Butthead booth where they just sold like merch, and it was more of like a photo op than anything else. I could see the fence with some props, and you could take pictures like holding beer cans at the fence.
Well, we do know Toddland is the provider of King of the Hill merch. They did it last year. I'd be shocked if they didn't do it this year. So, so we'll see. And of course, we'll be there. We'll be there.
We'll let you know.
Already pricing out tickets.
Yeah, looking too. But yeah, this episode, I loved a lot of this. The dynamics between Dirt and the kids was fun. Principal Gibbons was a lot of fun this episode. Like he really just like showed his cards where he's like, I really just want to get back at this teacher, this classmate that made fun of me, and he even calls him a bitch at the end.
He calls him a bitch. I cannot stand this new student, the loud one.
Oh, that one.
I don't know what it is about her. I'd be happy not seeing her again.
You also don't like kids.
Yeah, I also don't like kids. I mean, kids in general. I there was a funny meme that I posted on my Instagram stories. It was Disney VR. Our new Star Wars game in VR is going to be so immersive. You can play out any scene in the Star Wars universe that you like. And then the next slide is the scene where Anakin kills all the children. I was like, yeah, Disney finally gets it. Kids don't have the money to spend. They're all lunch lady lesbians, and so are all lunch ladies lesbians? And that's a big generalization there, Bobist. Straight people can be lunch ladies too,
Yes.
or
Lunch people.
non-binary. Yeah, lunch people. Wow, Bobist. Wow, lunch people.
I just literally thought of like the Big Lebowski, where he's like, "Please, the proper nomenclature." It's like, dude, it's not the issue.
I still haven't seen that movie.
I know you haven't.
You also don't like.
Yeah.
Put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt with Lars Blueberry.
So, yeah.
You also don't like kids, Mike.
I also don't like kids. I hate kids so much. They're the worst. They provide nothing to society. No, I stand corrected. Like when they were working in the coal mines, yeah, we were getting coal out of them. But nowadays, they ain't doing all for nobody.
There's a hot take.
Wait, hold on. I know what I need to do. Hold on. I messed up. Hold on. Wait. Where's the button? Here we go. And another thing. Nope, wrong one. And another thing about these kids. They don't pull their weight around here. They ain't getting jobs. Fireworks. Wait for it. They're not pulling their weight. They're not getting jobs. They're not helping nobody.
This has been.
Oh, this is rain.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
It's festive.
It's festive.
Mike, what's the next presidential thing? 2030?
No, it's before that.
2028.
Yes. That was
your votes in now. Get your votes in now.
Yeah, your veteran moment.
Yeah. The phrase "straight people can be lunch ladies too" is so funny. Hey, sometimes I have my moments. Although reading it back makes me laugh. So
it's also just interesting that Antert had her moment to say something nice to the kids and just chose just not to.
Oh, not here to build you up.
Like, keys, please.
Yeah. I have nothing for you. You're terrible at arguing.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
Which she is terrible at debating.
There was no debate to be had. They just berated and broke down people. There was no debates at all in this episode.
At least with Tina, there was the debates.
Yeah, there was
ish.
I stand corrected. There was a debate because they did take a side on something.
Mm-hmm.
Like texting while driving isn't bad, which I agree. It's easy to do if you know where the letters are. Calm down, everybody.
USA.
Text while driving. It's not that hard.
We don't condone
it. I've never been in an accident. Wait, what are we talking about? Kids are bad. Texting while driving's all right. Great North was good.
Great North was amazing this week.
North was good.
It was good.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 10 out of 10 for me. I love the show. I can't wait to see what we got next. Next week. So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
next week's episode is gonna be It's Complicated Adventure. Judy feels anxious about growing apart from Moon, signs up for ice dance competitions, which they both loved doing when they were younger. Beef is taken aback when Zelda Blop moves. Oh, God, I heard she moves next door. Yep.
Oh, jeez. Next door? Don't they own like 30 acres?
Yeah, but she's closer than she should be. With their children, those weird things, those weird sock puppet things that she has.
Ooh. That'll be fun. Because Beef's not currently in a relationship or anything.
Well, I think he's still with.
Oh, with what's her face's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of on again, off again, but we haven't really explored it this season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this episode finally. This episode finally. How do you mean? Was this something we knew about? That's the thing. I don't know how everybody else keeps track of all this information. We run a show every week, and I forget about stuff. 5 minutes
Christine,
ago.
he's coming. Don't worry.
Oh, that's right. Oh, thank God for reminding me. Yes.
I was about to, but
Looks like we're gonna go a little longer than an hour tonight, folks. Before we get off,
oh yeah, Zelda ain't gonna have any boundaries. I can't wait to see this.
Oh yeah, do the yeah. Okay. Without further ado, let me here's the thing. Normally we would have it queued up on Restream, but Sam's videos are so large that they need to be put on YouTube. So I got to share screen here. Give me a second. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. There we go. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Lone Moose Minute with Sam.
Hello and a very good evening to you. I'm Sam, aka to Lone Moose and back, and welcome along to another instalment of the Lone Moose Minute here on From North to Wharf, the segment of the show where I give you my thoughts on the latest Great North episode, that being Can't Hardly Debate Adventure, which I thought was another solid Lone Moose outing with two good plots, although I think the main plot was easily the better of the two. Aunt Dirt goes undercover as a lunch lady to get closer to another lunch lady called Gloria, and ends up as the school debate team coach to try and help them beat Principal Gibbons' arch nemesis in return for an official position. And this led to what was undoubtedly one of Jane Lynch's best performances as the Tobin octogenarian since she emerged from the bunker in season 4. She really did steal the show this week and produce some really hilarious moments. A couple of standout ones for me were easily her secret weapon to winning any argument, Double D's and a big old V, aka deny, distract, victimize, and Gibbons thinking she was going to draw something else on the whiteboard, if you know what I mean, helped to add some extra funniness to that moment, as well as her banter exchange with his arch nemesis, that being Juno Horse Prep Principal Greg Bowtie Buttsworth. Brilliant name, by the way. I also thought the montage of the kids acting out the strategy in school over the next few days was very entertaining to watch, as well as the actual events of the 48th annual 49th State Debate Tournament. Trust Aunt Dirt to come up as the one-time substitute hero that wins it for Lone Moose, as she technically still was a student, with the help of the rest of the team using Double D's and a big old V, and getting those keys to the Lunch Lady Lounge, aka the cafeteria storage closet, all culminating in what was a very catchy and very good end credits song. Now, the subplot of Wolf trying to get a woe from Beef after seeing his father say it about a man doing a backflip into the sea was good. I wouldn't say it was great. In fact, to be honest, I'd probably be closer to saying it was just okay, if I had to be honest with you. I felt like it was massively overshadowed by the A plot, but I was at least happy to see Wolf finally get his woe from Beef at the very end when he was slipping on the ice and set off the fireworks. I mean, if I saw that, I'd probably say woe as well. But what I really liked about this episode was, just like Buster Moon did last week with the Zamboni, we had a callback to a previous adventure, or a couple, in the form of Moon reading a book with lizards in the library written on it, a reference to the role-playing game he and his friends play that was mentioned back in Season 2's Skidmark Holmes Adventure, and Dankeys also making a reappearance after we saw it briefly in the Season 3 premiere, A Knife to Remember adventure, and on an advertising board in Season 4's The Mighty Pucks. Dankeys can still burn in hell though. It's really great to see the crew throw in these little Easter eggs and callbacks, especially for loyal fans like ourselves to view and recognise. So if any of the crew are watching tonight, absolutely loving what you're doing with these, and please keep it up for the future. And I don't know if this counts as a callback, but I felt that Honeybee's backflip into the sea was an ever so slight reference to when she used to do rhythmic gymnastics, a point that was brought up all the way back in Season 1's Keep Beef Leaving adventure, when she said that Jerry didn't like doing it when he copies her to make him happy. Now, I could have interpreted that scene very differently, but that's what I least thought of it. So I'm going to end this review by giving a Double D's and a big old V of my own. Delightful, deserving of a 7 out of 10 and a very good episode. Those are my thoughts on this week's Great North Adventure. I hope you have enjoyed listening to them. Make sure to follow both From North to Wharf and myself, and I'll hand you back now to our wonderful hosts. Until next time, I've been to Lone Moose and back. Have a great rest of your evening.
God bless you,
He's
Sam.
incredible.
He was a little critical of the show this week. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's a little feisty, but
Spicy,
again, but with
Sam.
the David Attenborough vibe. Just,
And drop the term octogenarian. I'm like, excuse me.
we don't
Excuse me.
need a thesaurus.
Okay, yeah, calm down. Okay, we call them old people. Ugh.
It's like I use big words too.
Yeah. I know. I couldn't even think of a word. Jesus Christ.
Some of us could be ambidextrous. Whoa. I know big words too, dingus. Dr. Steve Brule. I love Sam. Oh, no,
Sam's the best.
He does such good, so good and concise commentary. He's
He
so
does
good.
such good talk. Ugh.
It's like, thanks, Dad.
And kudos, because last week he was wearing a Sepultura shirt, and this week he's wearing a Suffocation
I
shirt.
saw that.
My man has good taste in music. Yes. So yeah, that was Lone Moose and back. If you're not already following him, please go follow him. He's doing the Lord's work out there across the pond, as they would say. Yeah, just a great dude. Just a great dude. I'm so glad that he is agreed to bless our little show with his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How about nonogenarian? Bobs, I need you to calm down too. The hell's your problem? Okay, we get it. You read, nerds. JB, anything else we need to discuss tonight before we wrap this bad boy up here?
Not that I can think of. We'll have more next week, hopefully from Todd. So just keep your eyes posted on the IG, and if he confirms, we will post it so you know. So bring your questions. He'll answer what he can and show you what he can.
For those of you who might, if you're a subscriber on Patreon, you know that we've been putting up videos on a fairly regular basis there. And then they follow on YouTube, not the commentary tracks, but the Anthony and Nick interview that was up a week beforehand on YouTube or on Patreon before we put it over on YouTube. Right now, JB's Wagstaff staff tier list is on the Patreon for anybody on the $3 to $10 tier. That'll be live on YouTube this Friday. And then that's just one of the perks you get for Patreon is you get the videos a week early. You also find out guests early. If you're on the $3 tier, you get the chances to submit questions. If you're on the $10 tier, you submit questions that are then for sure used on the show. So thank you to anybody, to include you, Aaron. I don't know if you're still here, but including you, bud. Thank you for all the support you've given us on Patreon.
We do appreciate it, guys.
And don't think we don't appreciate everybody else who hasn't supported us, whether it be financially or just coming to hang out with us every week. We love you all so very, very much. I'm gonna sub. Maybe you should learn how to spell first, Bobist. Then you can sub somebody. Don't threaten if you're gonna misspell.
My kiddo is not happy. So.
Oh, you didn't even shout me out for subbing to Patreon. When did you sub to Patreon? I didn't get a notification that you did. Unless you're the new
I wonder
person.
if they're the new person.
I don't think so. Because I think the other person was a female.
Okay.
His tier list is already up on on regular YouTube. It shouldn't be. I think it's unlisted. It's up on the Patreon for certain. I can spell, I can't type. Hey,
This is true. I'm the same.
You're the computer guy, my friend. Computer better. But yes, if you're subscribing to Patreon, we really appreciate it. And if you can't, don't worry, you're not getting anything. I mean, there's other stuff you're not getting, but you're not getting anything less here. We're still awkward and I
Yes.
double subbed. Yeah, you double subbed, Adam. You're not getting a refund. Stop asking for one. I offered. You're not getting your money back. I subbed this past weekend and sent a message that says $3 won't break the bank, but it will nudge a bit. Hey, breaking my bank. What?
Thank you, Bobist.
No, Bobus knows I appreciate him too. Bobus knows I love him. That's just how I show my love, as I talk shit about you. Sorry, I'm looking on our YouTube right now. No, his tier list isn't on there just yet. Oh, no. Okay. So, Christine, what you're seeing is, because I wasn't sure if it would fully upload to Patreon, is if you're a Patreon member, you got the link to the unlisted video. So it is technically on YouTube, but it's unlisted for anybody who's not a paying member of Patreon. So that's what that was. Got confused.
That's why you can see it.
That's why you can see it. Well, the cool kids can see it. The one of the teachers. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. As a birthday boy, anything else you want to let the lovely folks know before we get out of here?
No, just appreciate all of you guys. It's been a good year. We're looking forward to Comic-Con, and hopefully we can do some more cool stuff and bring you guys along for the ride.
Oh yeah, we got fun things planned for you all, or maybe they're fun. I don't know. Probably.
Hopefully.
Okay, well, this has been From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I'm Mike.
And I am JB.
And we will see you, hopefully with Toddland, next week.
Hopefully.
Good night, everybody, and happy birthday, JB.
Thanks, guys. Night, y'all.